How you guys doing? My name's Danny and I'm the owner of Renaissance Steel Research, or as known as RSR Steel Targets. We're a combat veteran owned and operated company. We make all of our products right in North Carolina. Our targets are different than what's on the current market due to the fact of our price point, the reliability and the durability of our system, and also that we have a purpose-built item in that we've put a lot of thought into what a tactical shooter, a recreational shooter, or a competitive shooter needs. One compliment we get a lot from our consumers and customers is how portable our systems are. The Ready Ship target here breaks down into 4 pieces. As you can see, the strike face, the bracket and bolts, the 2x4 post top, the 2x4 which you supply, I think a 12-foot section at Home Depot or Lowe's costs about $2.44. And then your H-base, which the H-base will hang your steel with a 2x4, and then also you can hang paper targets with these 1x2 fairing strips. The base only has 4 bolts. You could actually break it down even smaller if you really wanted to, but we found in the back of a Prius or any subcompact car, you can fit all this. With this one, this is called a RSR Idp, and these are the maximum point values of a IDPA official target. So an IDPA shooter, if he can keep all of his rounds on this piece of steel, he's going to do all right when it comes for his next classifier. Another thing is all of our hole patterns are the same. So we have some different bracket systems. For example, this is a double tab, and this one's a single tab. So with the change of this bracket, you can interface all of these strike faces with each system. One of the most challenging ones that we have here is we call it the long A zone, and what it is it's the width of a regulation A zone on an Ipsc target. So the purpose behind this is obviously to shoot center mass. Second is you shoot center mass, you break the spine, you break the person. Also at this length it resonates really well at distance. So say you're doing some rifle work at 300-400 yards. Depending on the atmospherics of where you are, you can still hear your impact pretty far out with this. This is a pretty typical shape that you see on the market. This is a Ipsc Abc Zone. So those are the A zone, the B zone, and the C zones of a regulation size Ipsc target. Mike Pannone, a big mentor of mine, truly believes that this should only be used at about 50 yards with handguns, and I do as well. Shooting really big pieces of steel at close distances builds false confidence, and if you look around on Instagram and the interwebs, there's a lot of folks up there that are super fast at spitting distances on really big pieces of steel. With these smaller versions like this 10x20 RST, you got to see your sights, you got to have a good follow through. All the fundamentals of marksmanship apply. But again, we still offer this. This is a great rifle target, I believe, at like 200 yards in and out. There are a lot of great other steel target manufacturers out there. What sets us apart and only a couple other people on the market is that we use what's called a CNC laser to cut all of our AR500. So what that means is a lot of places use what's called a plasma table, and a plasma table is really hot and really slow. So what happens is when the plasma is in contact with this material, it heats it back up and it loses its tempering. So basically it loses a lot of its structural integrity and it weakens it. With a laser, it's still hot and it's just moving a lot faster, and it has less time in contact with the material, which doesn't weaken it as bad as a plasma table does. Probably a lot of new shooters have some questions about shooting steel. Sounds counterproductive and dangerous. Well, actually it's not. How we've designed our system deflects a lot of the spall downwards, and people have been shooting steel for years and years and years, and I mean it's been part of competitive shooting probably for the last 100 years. To a new shooter, the first thing I would obviously suggest would be to have a proper range and proper standoff. 10 yards minimum for pistol, 100 yards minimum for center fire rifles. So that's your typical 308 bolt guns or your AR-15 stoner platform rifles as well. Obviously I sound biased, but I truly believe we have one of the most affordable, portable, and high quality steel targets on the market. If you like any of the products you saw here today, please check out our website at rsrsteeltargets.com.